Hey everybody, it's good to be back for another week. I know these weeks are going by pretty quickly. Seems like I've been doing this for forever because of the COVID. But let's get right into this today. Let's start with the Great Divide because it never ends. I am really had enough of trying to figure out how we are all different and exploit our differences to divide. In Tennessee, there's a law passed for educators, for teachers, to say you could no longer give your personal opinion and instruct on and make people feel bad because they're inherently racist, because they have conscious or subconscious bias or racism, or that people are oppressed just because of their color, or people are privileged just because of their color. Let me guess, they're going the Martin Luther King route, judge by the content of the character. I think we've all forgotten about that. But yet some people are offended because it takes their individuality away. Stop the division. We've had enough. Let's bring this country together and unite. Let's bring it to a point in time where we're all equal with each other. Doesn't matter who you are. Be a good human being. Be a good human being. You know, and speaking of a teacher, there was a teacher who had a leadership party for her third grade class. A leadership party for her third grade class and left 2 kids out. What kind of leadership is that, sister? That's bad leadership. That's horrible, horrible leadership. You are a horrible person. Include everybody you don't have to party. You can't exclude 2, you dummy. A little truly fruit punch today. Now, get back to stupidity. The queen of stupidity, AOC, is blaming Trump for grandma's problem in Puerto Rico. Not the people of Puerto Rico. Now, AOC admitted she didn't help her out anymore, so no matter how much money she has, she wasn't sending any. And AOC called GoFundMe and had the GoFundMe page account canceled for her grandmother. So how much does she really care? Enough with the grandstanding. You're going to be the next old head, Pelosi. Hopefully you don't make it that far, because you're a detriment to our country continuing to divide. Who in the world voted for you? Dummy. Now, here in New York, our government is, they're going over the prison system. They do not want the current sentencing and prison system to be punitive. You heard me. Punitive. If a prison system is not punitive, what is it? Should we educate them? Or just for rehabilitation? Do you know what? You murder, you rob, you steal, you're violent. It needs to be punitive. You're giving parole to everybody anyway. Down south, there was a gentleman of color who was 21 years old who, let's go over the things he did. He shot a teenager in the head. That teenager's a vegetable. Didn't go to jail. He choked and held a gun to the head of a woman and made her take money out of an ATM machine. Didn't go to jail. He shot someone in the leg and stole a car. Didn't go to jail. So once again, can you please tell me how the justice system is broken and how it is biased towards people of color? I understand the bias, and it's not usually biased by the color black and white. It's the bias of greed. Because if you have the ability to get good attorneys, you're getting out. But you commit those crimes, how in the world can you shoot somebody in the head and they're a vegetable and you're out of jail? But let's hold these people up as pariahs because bad things happen to criminals. This isn't brain surgery. Once again, I say it all the time. This is insanity. Enough already. Enough already. Come on, give me a break. Now, more insanity with our children. Nickelodeon. My squirrels watch Nickelodeon. Turned on the other day, and there was a transgender drag queen story with the pride flag, transgender. Why do I have to have my kids involved with transgender? Nickelodeon, let me decide when I'm going to educate my squirrels. Let parents decide. Now again, I've said it many times. I have nothing against anyone who is a nice person. But give me a break. You're crossing a line. crossing a line. Now, it's at the Islander game the other night, and this really peeved me off. Guy was wearing an Islander jersey, and he had number 69 on it, and the name on it was nice. This is a grown adult. This is the prototypical stupid individual. 69, when does that word 69 stop being funny? And you gotta put nice on the back? Moron, you look like a dope and you wasted everything. Again, I'm at the game, the female bathroom was empty. If I said I identified as a female, I should have been able to walk right in, but it wasn't the case! My rights were violated. Why do I have no rights? You know why? Because I'm a white man who identifies as a white man. I think they call it cisgender. How about I'm just a man? An angry man nonetheless, who likes to drink. Yay! Jeffrey Toobin, the famous masturbator, is back in the news. He apologized for behavior, and he said he's working on being a better human being. That's good. We should all work on being better human beings because that's the goal. We want to be better human beings. Jeffrey Toobin said he's working at a food pantry in a soup kitchen to help him become better and to help him improve. Jeffrey, I got an idea. Take an IT class, learn how to turn the camera off on your computer. Maybe press leave this meeting on Zoom. That's what you want to learn, brother. Nobody said you're a bad person. We said you made a mistake. You can't pleasure yourself on a Zoom meeting. It's basic knowledge. Ask a squirrel. Because apparently they teach you masturbation to 6-year-olds anyway. God only knows what these kids know. I certainly don't. Now, it really is crazy. Now we have the feminists are back, and they're back in a big way. In a big way this week. Two big news stories about the feminists. They are protesting the companies that make crash test dummies because they don't believe that the crash test dummies accurately portray male and females. Yeah. So you should have male crash test dummies and female crash test dummies. So now we need to add boobs and penises. I find it absurd. However, I do believe that these crash test companies are above the curve anyway. They are perhaps all transgender, non-binary, asexual crash test dummies. So they were ahead of us this whole time. So enough with the nonsense. Now, this is a tough one. Further on, the feminists have said that they don't need men anymore. Men are actually going extinct, and they'll be extinct within 2 million years. So it's not my lifetime or your lifetime, or it's a lot of generations. But they said they'll be okay because the Y chromosome, in the chromosome in bone marrow of females, apparently there's sperm in the bone marrow. And they're going to have around these little sperm marrow baby females, and the world will be saved. We'll have nothing but female bone marrow sperm babies. What is wrong with these people? Why can't you just accept everybody and know that everybody's different, and that's what makes the country and people great? I want to know your differences. I want to embrace them. I want to be happy about them. I want to learn about them. So should you. But let's just keep propping them up there like it doesn't make a difference, only to cause anger and discord. Nobody wants any discord. Now, what do I got here? Here you go. If you were that guy with 2 cop cars behind you that blew the light and the lights went off and chased you, I had 2 ideas, man. 1, what are you doing? And 2, pay attention, man. What were you thinking about? It did not end well. Those sirens were going off right after the guy. The light was red. He just went whoop. Cops almost ran me down going after him. Now, and just in case you are wondering, men should not be wearing short shorts that are jean shorts. You'll look like a moron. Not a fashion choice at all. It's a stupidity choice. It is not the right thing for men. Not the right thing for men. And I tried having a conversation with my mother-in-law the other day. Very difficult. You cannot have a conversation with any type of real anything with an irrational person who believes they're right all the time. Don't try it. Don't do it. Because when you see 2 people talking and you don't know who the irrational one is, nobody's going to know that you're the smart one. My advice is to completely stay away from it. Now, get into the advice this week. There's two interesting ones. The first one is the woman wrote in and she said, let me see here. Dear Angry Mac. Not Angry Mac, somebody else really. I have 2 children. I am having a really hard time being a mother. I don't think I'm cut out for this. What should I do? What should you do? Well, you can leave, but then you're a quitter. Suck it up and be a mom. It's not easy being a parent. It's not easy. The sex part, easy. Giving birth, not easy. Being a parent, definitely not easy. Figure it out because your kids need you. Dummy, you should have thought of this a long time ago. It's not something you're working on the fly now after 2 kids. You didn't realize it after 1? Now, this next one is an interesting one. Woman writes in, Dear Angry Mac, my husband is working from home since the pandemic. He hasn't been back to work, so I've been kind of listening into his work. He's on Zoom calls, Google Meets, and he's not really very nice to his coworkers, and he's a horrible employee. He's not like this with my family and me. What should I say to him? Nothing! Don't say a thing! Mind your own business and stop getting involved in his work. If that's what he's doing at work, choosing to be who he is at work, none of your business. Let's just worry how he treats you, and maybe your marriage will last a little longer. Now, I hear about all these gifts for the vaccine. I didn't get a gift. But down in Virginia, they're giving out shotguns and other types of guns, rifles, I think. Let's all go to Virginia, get a vaccine if you want a gun. I can't even imagine the insanity of this. You know what? Get a shot, then be able to shoot. Bizarre. Absolutely bizarre. Absolutely bizarre. Now, here at home, my wife knows I'm getting surgery. I got about 10 days left. So hopefully I could make the videos while I'm trying to recuperate. Can't make any promises though, so maybe a week off. She's being very nice to me. I think she loves me more because she doesn't want me to die. She mentioned it. Please don't die. So I have that going for me. She doesn't want me to die. So that brought me some happiness. However, I think her plan is, because I do the washing, the cooking, she has been buying the kids' clothing at an unbreakable pace. I think she doesn't plan on doing any wash until I can do it. She's bought shorts, underwear, shirts. These kids have enough clothing to last a year. I think that's her plan. We're not just going to make out the dishes. I think everything's going to be disposable. It should be interesting over here. But I got about a week left. I'll definitely be on next week. This is what I want to say. Last night I went to a surprise birthday party for my uncle. It was great to see that side of the family. I loved it. I had a great time. Happy birthday to my buddy Darren, who hasn't been with us now for a little bit. You are missed, and I don't want to well up here, so give me a second. Happy birthday, Monica. It's your birthday today, actually. So the point is, you never know what you have and when it's going to be gone. Like, for example, I was just down in the backyard. My neighbor was screaming at each other, F this, F that, F this. One day closer to being murdered, baby. But I survived. Find somebody you love. Give them a hug. Give them a kiss. And the most important thing you can do, tell them that you love them. It doesn't matter if it's family. It doesn't matter if it's friend. Tell them that you love them, because everything else that's going on in the world is nonsense. We'll all figure it out. Be a better human being. Tell somebody you love them. I love you. And I hope you found today a little interesting. I'm not that funny today. Maybe a very long day so far. I'm trying to put the pool up. Sent the wife out so I have some privacy. Cheers, everybody.